So YouTube automation is not easy. For every million view and $1 million channel, there are tons of channels that are trying, struggling, and not getting the results that they want. Now, of course, there are plenty of tactics involved when growing YouTube automation, but what's most important is understanding the mindset behind YouTube automation and understanding how you can actually grow the business effectively. Because remember, this at the end of the day is a business, and just like in any other business, if you don't have the right principles down, it doesn't matter if you have the best tactics on the planet, your business will die because you won't implement the tactics correctly. So I'm going to give you guys the 3 things that made my first YouTube automation channels fail, and the 3 things that I see so many people do that causes their own YouTube automation channels to fail. And you can take these tips and put them into any business venture you want, and they will help you grow effectively. Now, before we get into that, if you guys want me to teach you step by step, one-on-one, how I grew my own YouTube automation business, then click the first link in my description and check out the live free training that I have. That free training will go step by step and teach you how I grew my own YouTube automation business to over $15,000 a month. Alright, so the first reason why so many YouTube automation channels fail is because lack of focus. I read this one book by Gary Keller. The book is called The One Thing, and that one book really took my business from 0 to 100 in seconds. The reason why is because he outlines in that book to focus on one thing and make sure that focus is applied correctly. When I first started my first YouTube automation channels, I had 5 of them growing at the same time. Now, during the time, it sounded like it made a lot of sense. But looking back, that's just ridiculous. The main reason why I started 5 different channels was because my mindset was wrong. In my head, I was thinking that I would start 5 channels because if one of them doesn't work, well then I have another 4 ready to go. So I thought I would have to diversify myself to make sure that my business actually grows. But that's a big problem. I was spending so much time releasing 5 different videos for 5 different channels on completely different niches, and it was burning me out. With any business, you have to make sure you have to focus on one thing and just stick to that. And deep down, the reason why a lot of people don't focus is because they don't believe they can do it. People lose focus and have shiny object syndrome and want to go to the next big thing. That's why it's so difficult for beginners to start, and that's what made me have so many struggles in the beginning. But after 3 or 4 months of this and seeing almost no traction, I understood what I needed to do. I had a scary story channel, a relationship channel, a Bitcoin channel, and I had a travel channel. And I decided, okay, I'm just gonna neglect 4 of them and just focus on one. And once I did that, my YouTube channel literally blew up in less than a month. It was crazy. And because I was focused on one channel and I made sure that that one worked, I wasn't attached too much to the results in the beginning. Because in the beginning of any business, you're gonna get no results. That's just how it works. What you must do is learn how to separate your actions from your results. Once you're able to do that and stay focused, that's when your business will grow. I promise and guarantee it. So if you want to start YouTube automation, please make sure you do one channel at a time. Once that channel is monetized and running, then you outsource it. Once it's completely outsourced, you can let go of the business and repeat the process. Now this leads me into number 2, which is having patience. Patience is so important, not only in YouTube automation, but in any business, of course. I'm gonna be honest, guys, this isn't drop shipping. This isn't social media marketing. This isn't any other business model. You gotta think of every single channel kind of like a piece of real estate. Real estate takes some time to get going. It takes a long time. Now, it's not gonna take you years, I guarantee it, but it might take you a couple of months to get the channel started, let's be honest. Now, you can hit it big and get lucky and successful. You can totally do that. I'm not saying you can't. And my first successful channel blew up in 2 weeks. So I'm not saying it will take you years. But if you're a beginner, it's gonna be very difficult for you to grow. And you're gonna want to see results as quickly as possible. I know everybody wants to get rich quickly. Everybody wants to do that. But you gotta think of these channels as a long-term play. And the patience you have will help your channels actually grow and be the best they possibly can be. Because when you're impatient, you cut corners and your content will suffer because of it. So many people online just tell you to download videos and re-upload them on YouTube. It doesn't work like that. You can get copyright striked down. You won't make any money from your channel because your content will be claimed. And it will just be a huge waste of time. I'm telling you guys, be patient. I see on average it takes about 30 videos for YouTube to finally blow up and to finally find your audience. For my first successful channel ever, it took me about 8 videos. And then for my second channel, it took me about 42 videos. And remember that a YouTube channel can make you money for years and generations, because a video you uploaded years ago can still get views till this day. I literally have a YouTube channel that I started when I was 12, and I was just scrolling past it and I saw that it's still getting me views till this day. Now it's only making me a couple cents here and there, let's be honest. But still, it's amazing how it will never die. Every single YouTube video that I create will be on the platform forever. That's why I love YouTube so much. It's so different from Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, where the algorithm doesn't really promote old content. And let's be honest, YouTube isn't really a social media platform per se. YouTube is a search engine. YouTube is backed by Google, and since Google is one of the biggest companies in the world, and they pretty much hold a monopoly on information, every single time you search something on Google, I guarantee the first thing that comes up is a YouTube video. So that's why you can count on YouTube for being a great business model that will last you for years. So think of it like building a house and setting foundation of real estate instead of just a quick buck that you can make. And reason number 3 that most YouTube automation channels fail is that they don't choose the right niche. Now let me be real with you guys. You can be the best business person on the planet, but if no one wants your product, it's not going to sell at all. And that's the same thing with content on YouTube. And it's the same thing with content online. You're basically selling yourself for views, or selling your videos for views rather. And if the market isn't great for that type of content, I wouldn't suggest starting it in the beginning. So many people online tell you start a meditation channel, a channel that makes rain sounds and channels to fall asleep to. I wouldn't suggest to start that type of channel in the beginning, because when you're a beginner, you're not the best at the business. So it's going to take you a lot longer to find success in the business, and it's going to be twice as hard. What you want to do is find a niche that is very untapped and it's very easy to get into. But you also want to make sure that there's at least a little bit of competition in the niche so that you don't go into a saturated market. It's just like any market, you have to balance supply and demand. Now, how you actually determine if a niche is good or not is by using SEO research. There are so many tools you can use online for your SEO research on YouTube. I suggest to use a tool called vidIQ. vidIQ is an amazing tool, and it basically analyzes every single keyword on YouTube and ranks it out of 100. And the higher the keyword ranking, the easier it is for your YouTube channel to grow. So you want to make sure you start a YouTube channel with keywords that are very high search volume and low competition. That proves that people are willing to watch the type of videos that you make, which also proves that that YouTube channel has potential to be successful. And this principle isn't only YouTube automation, this is in any business whatsoever. You want to make sure that you start a very easy, simple business in the beginning. Once you're an expert and you're making $20,000, $30,000, even $50,000 a month from your YouTube automation business, then you can go and take the big shot and big risk and see where that takes you. Now, if you guys want a much more in-depth training, you can look in the description and check out my free training, or you can have one-on-one coaching by me by clicking the second link in the description. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and stay uploading.